All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're at we're 22 or so. So may wait a little bit longer here and get started. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Weather was nice. Pretty summer feeling. Yeah, it's nice to also have NFL football back if you're into that thing.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
of course.
So we're in period 7-8 right now. Charlotte, why are you in this period?
Wait, what?
Period 7-8.
Because I'm a bitch.
All right. All right, we're gonna get moving here. Still got people coming in kind of slowly. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Couple important things to do today. First one, as usual, just so you guys can see how I go to this, and so you go to do the same thing, hopefully. Go to modules, and I want you guys to look at module chapters 15, 17, and 19. And you're going to click on Skills Day 914, the soapstone. So we're taking a look at something a little differently today. Yeah, okay. People who are roasting each other on this little chat function, I don't really want to have to get rid of it. So stop being rude to each other, please. Thank you. That'd be helpful. Okay. All right. So today we're introducing another skill. We've already worked on the CCOT, which is changing continuity over time. What's called comparison, which means similarities and differences. And so today we're going to look at a new way that you're going to analyze documents. As you'll start to see, the further we get into this course, the more and more important primary sources and documents are going to become. Because when you're a historian, you can't take everything at face value. You have to take in perspective what sources and what perspective things are coming from in order to understand it. So I'm going to click on this to download it. I would do the same thing on your computer, or I would just take notes over what I'm about to say so you can practice and do it on your own. We'll revisit this Wednesday again because we finally have a full week. All right, so the soapstone. Here's kind of how it goes. So first off, when you get a soapstone, it means you're going to be analyzing a primary source. Where it says document, that's where you're going to put the document name. If you know what it is it a journal? Is it a painting? Is it a memoir? Some kind of message? Could be a map, whatever it is. All right, so then when you come to speaker, so soapstone, speaker, audience, occasion, purpose, subject, and tone. Okay, so it's just an acronym for soapstone. All right, so when it says speaker, Okay. This is going to be referring to what we know about the speaker. Okay. Anything we know about them, perspective, what bias they have. It could be gender, it could be social class, it could be race, it can be occupation, but it's anything that we can possibly anything that could possibly be influenced by the person who is doing the writing or the painting or whoever's accredited to the document is the speaker.
Mom, can you shut the door? Thank you.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, you can kick them. It's not actually them.
Correct. Thank you, Owen. Appreciate that. All right, we should be able to move on now. Hopefully, that's all of them. Okay, yeah, they're not in this class. All right, so again, it's really one of the most important things in this skill of identifying the speaker is figuring out what limitations that person has. Okay, limitations means kind of like quantifiers or qualifiers of why they could be credible or why they could not be credible. And so that means that when we write DBQs, which is a huge part of the AP exam, you have to be able to identify credibility or limitation or sourcing. So that's where speaker comes into play. Okay. All right. Occasion. Occasion is what's going on around the world and what's going on around the place at the time that the document is being recorded, written, sung, whatever it is, painted. Okay. So what's going on around the world and what's going on in that specific location. This is where you work on a skill called contextualization, which means you're putting the document in context of what's going on around the world. Also a necessary skill in the DBQ and the LEQ on the AP exam. So very important. Okay, the audience. So sometimes you can identify a document by the audience it's being written for. So audience is to whom is the document being written? To whom is the document being written? Which means the way that I write send a text to my mother versus the way that I send a text to my boss is probably going to be different. Okay, and so the audience has an influence. Okay, and who's going to be reading it, etc. All right, purpose then. The purpose in the soapstone is what is the deeper meaning? What does the author or the speaker want you to get out of it? Okay, it's not the subject. Everyone knows the subject is very straightforward. Okay, if I send a message to my mom saying, "Mom, can you let the dog out at 4?" Okay, that's the subject, letting the dog out at 4 p.m. out of the house. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is that my dog doesn't poop all over my house and I have to clean up a massive mess when I get home. And it's best for her health. Okay, so the purpose and the subject are not the same thing. I always have freshmen who are like, Mr. Burnett, let's put them in the same category. No. Purpose is the deeper meaning. It's the intent behind it. Okay? Why why is this actually being written? The subject is simple. The subject is, what is it? Okay, well, he's explaining life on the silk trade, and the different nuances and different religions and goods that he can trade on the silk trade route. That's obvious, depending on the document, it's pretty simple. Okay, but the purposes, I would say, is the harder ones. That's the deeper meaning, what they really want you to get. Now, tone. So soap, stone, tone is what would the document sound like if it were being read out loud? Okay, so this happened over the weekend. Okay, my dog died, and I had to explain to my mom and dad, who really had a good relationship with the dog because she they took care of her a lot. And so this was a very beloved dog, 100-pound Rhodesian Ridgeback, very friendly, slept on our beds all the time and whatnot. And, I had to go into the fact that she died, and it was very tragic. Is messed with my fragile emotions quite a bit. I was overcome with grief. Now, Lucy, if you were listening to somebody talk about their dog in that way, how might you describe the tone?
I describe the tone as probably like sad or mournful because you just lost like an animal, and maybe you'd seem like a little distracted too because something just went on in your life and it's kind of like taking up majority of your brain space.
Okay, good. Yeah, sad, disgruntled. Maybe if I said it differently, I could say like, damn it, my dog died this weekend. I just want to punch a hole in the wall. Like, that would be angry or anger. Okay, now, did my dog die this weekend? No, I was just using that as an example. That'd be terrible. And I would be a lot more upset if my dog actually died. I promise you that, okay? So I was just trying to get you guys to think, though, if that were the case, how would it sound? So tone is, sometimes you can understand the meaning of a message by, if it were said out loud, you could tell the tone. I mean, sometimes the tone's just informative, excited. You can think of any kind of adjective that you can put in there that can give away, like, help you understand the meaning of a document. And this becomes, like I said, a really important skill because the document-based question has 7 documents that you have to analyze and be able to understand. Okay. So, do we need to go over this again, or are you guys pretty set on it? You guys take notes? Speaker, everything we know about the speaker that could influence the document, what's going on around the world and around that speaker when he's writing it or she is writing it or saying it or whatever they're doing, painting it. The audience, to whom, purpose is deeper message, why, subject is exactly what it is, and tone is if we're being said out loud, what would it sound like? Okay? All right, so here's what you guys are going to do with that. Probably we'll look at what you guys come up with on Wednesday, but tonight, and then after the quiz, if you have time, you are going to get this right here. Okay, so I have a source right here. It's a quick source, should be pretty easy, but you're going to fill out a soapstone about this source, and do your best to try to source the like the author, speaker, the actual, like the part up right here. Like, this is actually just kind of giving you background information that helps you fill out the soapstone. And then this right here, this is the actual source. Okay. So you guys will fill out that soapstone, upload it by the start of class tomorrow. Okay. Pretty simple. 12 p.m. tomorrow. And then I'll look over them, see where you guys are at, but then we're going to use them Wednesday to do a couple of them, most likely, to work on more primary source work. All right. If you guys feel good with that, because there's a lot of people that have 504s and different things in here, I'm going to let you guys do the quiz now. And then when you're finished with the quiz, what I want you to do then is do your soapstone, and maybe you can not have homework tonight either. Okay. I'm going to show you again real quick where the quiz is under modules. It should be right here, chapter 17 notes quiz. It's 18 questions, mostly multiple choice, couple true, false. Okay. All right. Good luck. I'm going to keep my Zoom on here. And then figure out who these Zoom bombers were also. See if I can't get to the bottom of that with the dean. We'll see. Okay. So you guys start the quiz, and like I said, I'll be here for individual question. Don't put anything in the chat function that's about a quiz question, please, unless it's just to me. Cool? Okay, and when you're done, it should be pretty easy. When you guys are done, then should do the soapstone. Okay, and if it was traumatic that I told you my dog died, I'm sorry if I got to you. All right. Good luck.